Hey YouTube, what we have here are 4 images. Now they're all actually the same image, but running from left to right they have a certain editing applied so that we can bring out details that are on the photographs or screenshots from videos. And by editing I simply mean we are bringing out the detail that's already in the photograph. We are not adding anything, we're just bringing out the detail that's there. So if we look at this first image, this is a completely unedited image of the moon's surface. We're going to be focusing on the left hand side to look at the boulders or rocks or whatever you want to call them. We'll go to the next image. Now this is the same image again obviously, but we have increased a lot of the editing that we can do. So you can see we have increased the exposure, we've decreased the highlights, the shadows, the brightness, and slightly increased the contrast and the black point. And this really brings out the detail in the image. So we will go to this image here, and this is what we're going to be focusing on now. We do have this image as well, it's slightly closer up, but this is the one we're going to be focusing on. So we go to editing and we will magnify certain areas so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm particularly looking for structures on the moon. Now I will point out certain areas, certain things that I think look suspicious. Now I do not believe that everything I point out is a structure. I'm simply critiquing it, analysing it, observing it, and you can make your own opinions. But it's nice to focus on things and just investigate. And as I create more videos, film more stuff, we can look at the same areas from different angles, and as the moon rotates and we see different shadows, it might highlight other details that we can see of the same areas. One other thing I want to point out is that I do not necessarily believe that there are aliens on the moon. I think it's a possibility, but we've got to look at the fact that we've had access to the moon for decades now, and they've had a lot of time and potential to build stuff on there, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. So we look at things like this that are very uniform in shape, very square, have straight lines, shadows, they look like structures. Again with this here, the more you look at it, the more it looks like a structure. Now these structures would be massive in size compared to whatever we have here on Earth, but due to the lack of gravity on the moon, it is possible to have larger structures that can have much larger masses and weights. This here looks like a structure. There's actually 3 here that potentially look like structures, especially this one. Now I invite you all to have your own opinions. It's okay if you disagree, if you think I'm talking nonsense, but if you are able to, if you have any sort of access to a telescope, to filming equipment, to a fairly high powered camera, take a look for yourself, because it's not that difficult. And there are many details on the moon that look very, very suspicious, that I think are camouflaged in amongst the natural landscape of the moon to try and hide the details that are there from us, to hide the truth. So please do your own research, see what you think, because certain things on here, like I say, all I've done is edited in a way that we are able to see what's there clearer than what we can if I didn't. And the technology that we've got now that is affordable, even with just a simple bridge handheld camera, it's amazing what we can pick up. So I'm going to leave it there for now. There'll be plenty more videos coming up. Let me know what you think. Cheers YouTube.